welcome back to today's video. I've got a fun one for you today because we are going to be heading to the big city to do some thrift shopping. So it's that time of year when I like to replenish our fall and winter wardrobes, and I love to do that at a variety of thrift shops. Generally, I do that in August to get ready for the months ahead, and so I'm going to do that today. We're going to head to the big city and see what we can find. Hopefully we'll hit up a few different thrift stores, and I'll take you along with me for the fun. I am planning to do a try-on of all my finds in this video, so I hope you enjoy that as well. All right, off we go. All right, well, hello friends. I am excited to show you all the goodies I got at Goodwill for my fall and winter wardrobe. So I hope that you enjoy seeing the pieces I've acquired this time. I have mentioned before that I do go to Goodwill to shop for my fall and winter and spring and summer wardrobes for the most part. I do have some items in my closet that I just keep in rotation at all times. A few of those things are like jackets from years past and skirts, dress pants, and my Bowden dresses. Those I don't let go of, and I just keep reusing again and again and again year after year. But I like to refresh my wardrobe for the fall winter season and the spring summer season, and I have found Goodwill to be such a great place to do that. So without further ado, here is my fall and winter Goodwill haul. All right, so the first piece I want to show you is this Argyle sweater. It's Charter Club and it's 50% cotton, and I thought it was really classy looking and that it would be a great piece for fall. You know, I tend to like the more preppy traditional look, and so I thought this would fit things quite well. I'm excited to be adding this Argyle cardigan to my wardrobe this year. The next piece is kind of a staple. I love a good striped shirt. I'm sure you can't tell. And this is just an Amazon Essentials. It's a pretty affordable shirt to begin with. But of course, when it's at Goodwill, it's between $5 and $8. And so this one looked like it had never been worn. There's no pit stains, there's no pilling. And oftentimes at Goodwill, I think those of us that have sort of made Goodwill our go-to, you know what to look for. So when my daughter and I go in, if the shirts are pilled or look overly worn, those are a no-go. But items like this that have barely been worn, if at all, are great because obviously you get them for such a discount, and if you find them in your size, they can be a great addition to your wardrobe. So I think this will be a great fall piece. It's not super thick, but it would be cute with some black jeans and maybe some, you know, knee-high riding boots. I'm looking forward to having that in my fall wardrobe. This one I couldn't pass up. It's Ann Taylor. It feels like a nice holiday sweater. You know, I just love having a nice red piece for winter. And I love the puff sleeves on here. It reminds me of a shirt I used to have from Anthropologie like 20 years ago. The one I had was a turtleneck, but this one looks very similar. And I'm really excited to wear this around Christmas time and Valentine's, to be completely honest. This will be great. Okay, I thought this was a great piece. My mom kind of helped convince me that I should get this. This was a little bit more expensive, and I mean, it's not a huge deal, but Goodwill usually prices things, you know, they have a certain price for t-shirts and long sleeves, and then a certain price for jackets and sweaters, and then another price for dresses. And so this was a bit more expensive than, you know, your run-of-the-mill t-shirt or sweater, but nothing. I mean, really very affordable when you consider. It's a Calvin Klein. I am super pleased by it. I feel like it's just a really great piece. It would look great with a black blazer or a nice black sweater. I even think a black turtleneck underneath could be really cute for fall and winter. And so I'm looking forward to having this as sort of like a, maybe like a date night piece or a symphony outfit or even like a church dress for the upcoming months. All right, and then jeans. So I have actually two pairs of jeans. Let's see if I can find them in here. Yes, here they are. Oh my goodness, they're heavy. Okay, So I did not get a lot of pants this time around. Actually, the ones I'm wearing today are Levi's, and I got those recently at Goodwill. They were, I think, $5 and very comfortable, my size, and so I picked them up. So these jeans and these jeans are the only new additions in terms of pants that I have this year. Oh, and there's one more thing. I do have a pair of velvet AG kind of corduroy-esque pants that I'll be wearing for fall and winter. I bought those last spring at Goodwill when I went on a whim with my sister-in-law. I found them and I thought, I've got to have these for next season. And sometimes that's how Goodwill works. Goodwill isn't always seasonal. You see things and then you can tuck them away for the next season. So those velvet pants, these black pants, and these two pairs of jeans are the only additions I have to my pants wardrobe for the season. And then, so these are both Levi's. They're in great condition. I'm assuming it's the same person who donated them because it's the same size and a very similar style. I'm a fan of the skinny jean. They work for me. They work for my body type, and I find them to be very comfortable. And so, you know, that's what I pick up. So these are the mid-high, super skinny Levi's jeans, and they're in great condition. They look like they've barely been used, which is always fun to get a nice pair of pants for the season ahead for a really good price. So two of those, they look very similar. They are a little bit different in terms of the wash, and I like having a couple pairs of jeans in my wardrobe just to alternate. So I added those. And then I love this shirt. It's Ann Taylor. There was a lot of Ann Taylor at this Goodwill that I went to in Minnesota. This is in excellent condition. It looks, again, like it's barely been used. That was one thing I noticed about the Goodwill that we went to in Minnesota compared to the Goodwill where I live and I shop at. A lot of the items were very, very gently used, which was kind of nice because I didn't have to do as much digging. So anyway, this is an Ann Taylor. It's just a nice button-up collared shirt. Really, really cute, really comfortable. And I think this will be great as we transition into fall. I could not resist this. I love a checkered shirt. This is from Talbot's, and it has a really cute detail on the collar and on the sleeves. So I think this will be cute as we transition into fall, and we still have some warm days. You know, it's not a really heavy shirt, so this will do just fine for days that are not too cold. All right, this is vintage, you guys. This is Cherokee. Do you remember those of you who shopped at Target back in the 90s? This is Cherokee brand. What drew me to it was just the design of the sweater. I love this design so much. It feels so traditional and classic and elegant, and so I thought this would be really great for winter. It is kind of a heavy cable knit sweater, but when I saw the Cherokee label, it just brought me back about 20 years. And so I picked this up, and I'm excited to have this for winter. I got this. I think it'll be really cute for a nice, mild winter day. It's a cropped sweater, and it's in great condition. There's no pit stains or pills or anything. And so I think that'll be cute with some black jeans, and again, maybe some riding boots. We'll see. I was kind of going out on a limb with this one because I don't normally do puff sleeves, but I showed my mom, and she said, "Oh, that's so adorable, you need to get it." It reminds me of something from Anthropologie, kind of puff sleeves right here and then some tighter fitted sleeves right here at the forearm. The knit is really lovely, and I thought this would be great for the winter months. It is a heavier sweater, and I do need some of those in my wardrobe for the upcoming season. So I'm very happy to add that to my winter wardrobe. Okay, this was kind of just because I don't really have very many cardigans, and I love cardigans. When I get sweaters like this, I wear them into the ground. The ones I've had in the past, I've had to donate or get rid of because they just are so pilled and used. I figured it was time for some updates. So I got this one. I thought it could look cute with the checkered shirt, maybe a white turtleneck. Just a good piece to have on an extra cold winter day. Nothing wrong with having layers when winter hits, right? Okay, and then this one I actually found recently when I got back home. Like I said, I went to Goodwill. I actually went to help my daughter do some back to school shopping. I didn't go for myself because I had already gotten my wardrobe needs met, but then I saw this Talbot's pure merino wool sweater, and I thought, this would be so great. I mean, it was $4.99. You can't really go wrong. It's barely been used. I just think it's such a nice piece. It's got kind of a flap neck right here in the back, and I love having options for church, for date night, for the symphony. I mean, this could be really cute with a nice plaid skirt and some boot heels. I just thought this would be a great option to have in my wardrobe for the upcoming cooler months. So I picked that up. All right, turtlenecks are my favorite for fall and winter. I love having them. You know, typically I have in the past ordered from Amazon. They have great turtlenecks. I actually still have one of the turtlenecks from years ago. It's a black one, and I have it in my closet now. You know, I saw this at Goodwill, and I thought this will be great to add. Now I don't need to buy anymore. This is from H&M. Again, barely used. No pit stains, no pills. Really, really good quality, and my size, and I just thought this would fill in the gap of my wardrobe. Can be used for a variety of occasions. I don't really need another jacket, but I think with Goodwill, when you see things that are such a good price and they have name brands and they're barely used, it's like if you see something for $8.99 or $4.99, it's like, how can I pass it up? It's so beautiful. And so, you know, even if I don't need something, I will get it and pass it on to someone else who might need it. I will definitely use this jacket this fall. This is the J. Crew Relaxed Boyfriend Field Jacket. Guaranteed it wasn't $8.99 at J. Crew, but it was $8.99 when I picked it up. And it's in beautiful condition. They actually had two of these. One of them was waxed, and it was a little bit bigger, and then there was this one. And I thought, I was talking to my mom about it, and she thought this one looked better. And so I picked this one up. And I just think it's so beautiful with the gold buttons and the lovely zipper. I think it'll look great for fall. It's not so much a winter jacket, but it will be great for those mild fall days. Okay, and who doesn't love a good vest? I know I do. I wasn't really going in with the intention of finding a vest, but this one just popped up. This is an Old Navy forest green quilted vest. To me, this just screams fall. And so I'm really looking forward to using this in the months ahead. You know, I got it for a great price, and I could use it under even the jacket that I purchased to bring extra warmth if needed. It goes with several things that I've already added to my wardrobe, so that'll be a great piece. And then this is a Talbot's piece. I thought this was so adorable. It's kind of like a blazer, but it's stretchy and it's soft. It's got that structured look, so it's comfortable, but it definitely looks put together. And I think this will be great with some black jeans or some dress pants, maybe even the white turtleneck that I picked up. I just figured this would be good. You know, it's funny when you go into Goodwill, you don't really know. I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for, but I don't have specifics. I have a skeleton idea. I have sort of an outline in my mind, and a couple people that I think to myself, you know, that I love their style, and I ask myself before I pick something up, would they wear that? And if they would wear that, then chances are good that I would wear that because I resonate with that particular style. And I think when you go into Goodwill, you can't go in with specifics like, I want a white turtleneck. You have to kind of go in with an open mind and just sort of have a structure of what you might want, and then look for that structure in the pieces that you come across. So I wasn't going to Goodwill saying, I want a Talbot's checkered, stretchy cardigan / blazer. That was not on my list, but I saw this and it fit the style that I'm going for, and the price was right, and the size was right, and the quality was right, and so I picked it up. All right, then the last couple pieces, I thought this was just so beautiful, almost too beautiful to pass up. It's by Soft Surroundings, and it's a beautiful emerald green blouse. It has some nice detail on the sleeves, beautiful buttons up the front, and I thought this would be lovely on a Sunday with some beautiful dress pants and some nice heels, or, you know, going on a date night or a symphony night or something more fancy. I thought this shirt would just really be great for the holiday season since it is green and extra dressy. And last but not least, I have this very thin but lovely sweater. It's from Loft and Taylor. It's very light. It's more of a dressy sweater. Obviously, I would need some kind of a tank top underneath. I figured this would be really good for a Sunday at church with just like a nice black tank top underneath. It's warm enough. It definitely has that dressy look that I'm going for, and so I picked it up. All right, friends, that is it. That is my fall and winter thrift haul. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And as usual, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I love having you here, and I look forward very much to seeing you in another brand new one very soon. Goodbye for now.